YouTube. Good morning, fellas. Ferocious Mgtow here. And I am rolling. Just starting my day out. I am in, hold on, make sure I don't crash nothing. I am in Boston. It's been about a week or so since I put out a video, but just trying to make moves on this end to get ready for to make some moves, man. So I have some places to go where feminism hasn't taken over. So I'm making my moves and doing my research, and you know, it's a lot of work trying to get things done over the phone internationally. So I have to be there on the ground in order to get things done the proper way. So until they've lifted flights, I was supposed to have been leaving. Light changed so fast. I was supposed to have been leaving this week. Let me see, what's the date? 21st. Yeah, I was supposed to be leaving this week at the end part of the week, but the flight got canceled. So pushed it back until next month on the 24th. So August 24th, hopefully. But I don't know, the way this cold beer flu look like is coming back with a vengeance. But at least that's what they're saying. But I'm out here, I don't really see it. People are wearing masks everywhere. That's basically mandatory. So I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But it's like these lights just be changing. And my GPS is on, but it ain't working. What the heck is going on here? Hold on, guys. I always miss the street that I was supposed to turn down to get to the highway. Turned it off all night and she not working. Turned it back off, back on, still not working. Well, I don't tell you. It's frustrating. So basically, I need to just look down these streets to figure out which one I need to go down. So let me get over, because I know it's coming up soon. And when I came this way yesterday, it was late night, so that's why I'm not for sure which street I was supposed to take. And then the GPS was working yesterday, so I just got to basically look up here, make sure I don't miss it. So hold on, fellas, let me make sure I can get the right street. I'm talking to you guys, I must run and miss it. And this GPS is not kicked in yet. I don't understand. I'm in a big city. Why it's not working? It's been off all night, so it's not hot. Normally it get really hot because the glare off the windshield and it stopped working, but had it off all night. Plus I was in a shaded spot overnight. I parked right outside the plant because I ran out of driving hours. It should be coming up here soon. So if you can see, this is like a suburb of Boston. It's very clean, you know. Probably got a low crime rate. Everything seems like it's in order. I don't see anything out of place. But it's just too cold up here. I've been up here in the wintertime and I'm like, oh my God. Snow, cold.
In 400 feet, turn right on Washington Street.
Now that ain't right. She working now, but time I turn on Washington Street, I'm on Washington Street. I can't turn. this will take me to. This will take me back, so I can get on the highway to get back on 95 going south. I'm headed to High Point. No, I'm headed to Greensboro, North Carolina, North Kakalaki. I've been in the Carolinas for a while, the last 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, so now that I think I got my directions correct, the doggone GPS still ain't working. It's saying 200 feet to Washington Street, and I'm on Washington Street, so that's not right. But it does say McGrath Highway, so I just got to keep that in mind when I come this way. Because for whatever reason, when I come here, it's just not working, so I don't get it. But anyway, so let me turn on this.
Turn right on Elm Street and then turn right in 650 feet.
Now she's talking about turn on Elm Street. What? Are you crazy? Whatever. This is the right street I'm supposed to be on. Look, they got the policeman. Is that police? Yeah. Quincy, yeah. They got him out here controlling traffic. No, they ain't got no high crime rate. All they gotta do is just stand out here and make sure they control the traffic, and while these guys out here doing work. Go on. See, he telling you to go ahead. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
In 0.2 miles, turn right on Hancock Street.
Hancock Street. This thing is all screwed up. It's a good thing I don't necessarily listen to this thing verbatim, because I would be lost in the sauce. I remember one time I left from over here, I ended up in somebody's neighborhood.
600 feet, turn right on Hancock Street.
Now they're saying turn on Hancock Street. It's crazy. I think this is the right way, guys. Hold on, let me make sure. It was nighttime when I came, so things look totally different during the day than they do at night. But I'm almost thinking I passed that party. Yeah, this is the right way.
500 feet, turn left on Bergen Parkway.
Yeah, this was the right way. But anyway, I said let me turn the camera on and come to you guys with a video. I know it's been a minute, but just know I've been doing work. You know what I mean? I applied for some of the COVID money. Because I think this is an opportunity for me to take the time to grow the company. You know what I mean? Since I have all the paperwork, all the corporation papers, tax papers, you know, I have everything I need to apply. So, is this the right way? Yeah, this is the right way, guys. We'll go right. I make this left by the Star Market, but I probably should have been in that lane on the right of me, because it's probably going to be a tight turn. But it is what it is. I'm over here, so I'll make it work. But yeah, I applied for some of that COVID money. I don't know if I'm sure some of you guys may have did if you're in the United States or wherever you are. And of course, I was denied. So, I also put in for some of the grants, and lo and behold, I got approved for one of the grants. So that was a blessing, and so that put a little bit more money in the kitty for me. So I want to use that money the right way, because business has been just a tad slow for me, but not really slow. You know what I mean? A lot of guys have been quitting. Some have got fired. Some have had accidents. So we're hiring basically. But everything's been good so far for me. I guess I can't complain. Look at that bitch right there. You see that? Gotta make sure these guys.
In 500 feet, turn right on Granite Street and then make a sharp right turn in 900 feet.
Let's see. Yep. That guy in that doggone minivan, that person cut that corner way too tight. If I had to just took off, I would have ran into the side of it. But I'd be knowing better. So that's why I took it easy. I'll hold up the whole traffic intersection if I have to. It don't bother me a bit. You know what I mean? In order to do it safely. I don't care if people have to wait one light, a whole light. But anyway, yeah, so I was happy to get that grant, so I don't have to pay that back. And it was a nice amount, so
In a half mile, take the freeway.
alright, now shut up. Now you want to talk. See what I'm saying? Shut your ass up. So I want to be able to pay for my land and get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? There's a couple places over there. I did my African ancestry, and so it kind of pinpointed down to which tribe I'm possibly from, or I have more DNA with a particular tribe. And that tribe is the Mgtow tribe in Sierra Leone, and they got a smaller group of them in. You got to keep to the right. Let me get over. Come on, don't speed up because you see me trying to get over. Thank you. In Liberia, so I think in the Liberian Constitution, if you're African American, it's in the Constitution that you can get citizenship. So I'm gonna go over there to see if I can get citizenship and how long it would take. I think it's like an accelerated process there if you're coming from the U.S. So I'm gonna make plans to go there to figure out what the process is and get that citizenship. That way it'll give me an option to be able to get out of here if I need to for a little while, if we're not able to recover from this, you know. But at least I would be in a country where my money would go a long way, and it'd be just basically like being a millionaire, especially in Sierra Leone. I looked that up. I'm like, what the hell? The exchange rate, guys, check this out. 10,000 to 1. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to let that sink in. That's right. You heard me right, guys. 10,000 to 1. So you take $1,000 over there. You see what I mean? Well, just think if you take 10,000 over there, you're basically a millionaire. Okay? And the cost of living, most people are like, well, what is the cost of living? Of course, if you know the money, if the value is as such, the prices of stuff is cheap. Like a loaf of bread over there, I think it's like $1 or something like that, 75 cents to $1. You know, stuff like that. The prices are really cheap, especially if you go in a rural area. So I definitely want to go over there and see for myself and see how easy it would be for me to get citizenship there. But other than that, guys, I plan to, I guess, just try to grow the company while this thing is going on, because really a lot of people are out of work now. So, that was kind of rough. Put the cruise control on, that way I won't be speeding. Hold on. All right, I can get over now, yeah. to grow because there's a lot of money that the government is throwing around, and they're throwing that money around for the purpose of trying to get people back to work or to create jobs or whatever. So I'm going to apply for some of that money through different agencies, and I have a website for my company, for my trucking company. So I'm thinking about doing maybe a relaunch of my website and start selling trucking related products and gear. I think that'd be a great addition to the company, and possibly maybe bringing on another truck and seeing if I could go to the trucking schools and find me a good employee. That's one thing about business, man. You guys, finding good employees is tough. Tough. You know, I don't understand it. You know, it's like guys would rather work for a big company than work for a small company. You know, instead of working for a small company and help growing that company, that way you can have more of a stake in the company and be valued more. With these big companies, there's so many of us in this big company. It's hard for them. You know, you have to compete, and you have to be a phenomenal worker in order to stand out. When it's thousands and thousands of workers, you got to be like, man, you got to be on it. So in a small company, you can stand out a lot better, and you know, raises and promotions and that type of thing will probably come a lot easier because the owner would know you on a first name basis and would appreciate your efforts. But you know, what the hell do I know? You know, because I had a couple guys working for me before, a couple years back with my other truck, and it's like they gave me the biggest headaches. And both of these guys were, you know, like senior guys when it came to driving. They had more experience and more time behind the wheel than I did. But the thing was, I'm the one with the business background. You know what I mean? So I got in this trucking business to be an owner, where they basically are cool with just being drivers. You know, yeah, I don't mind driving, but you know, I'm in this for the business aspect, and I think that was the difference between us. And they kind of saw us in the same, you know, the same bowl, but they wasn't doing the necessary things that it would take to have a business. And I was telling them, like, I'd be willing to train you guys and teach you guys and help you get your credit in order. I'll help you get incorporated, get your tax numbers. I'll help you get an accounting company like I have. I would be willing to even, but for a small fee, I'd have been willing to co-sign for them to get their own truck, because I know if they got their own truck, you know, they're gonna get out here and get it, because the money is out here. You know what I mean? And so that is a business in itself. Just being a business consultant or a business coach when it comes to this. You know what I mean? And if they didn't want to do that, we could have I could have just did a lease option on my truck. You know what I mean? They could have leased my truck. I could have helped them get insured. I could have helped them with the incorporation of the company, the assumed name, tax numbers, get your accounting, get your bookkeeping, all that in order. And did a lease on my truck, and this would have paid me a little bit more over the lease so I could have some profit. And then I could have turned around and sold them the truck after they got a good handle on, you know, how to conduct their business. And I could have went out and got me another truck and just keep repeating, you know, recycle and repeat. That would have been a good business for me. You know what I mean? Because it wouldn't have did nothing but just let me send some emails, and I could have sent some emails to them, and I could have just talked to them over the phone, and I could have put them in touch with all of the professional agencies that I deal with in order to get my stuff done. and they could have got it done, and I could have just kept doing that. That would have been a nice little profit for me, you know, because my credit is good, so I can go out to get other trucks. That wouldn't have been too much of an issue, you know what I mean? But guys didn't see it that way. They'd rather go work for a big company and basically be a nobody in a big company. You know, but it is what it is, you know, so I just have to get it, you know. I'll scrap those ideas because it's too hard working with guys and just pay my other truck off, which I only got a few more payments. I got about like 6 or 7 more payments, or something like that. And just leave that truck for my son. He'll be back 18 more months. So just leave it to him. And he'll be able to come out of the Navy, get right into his own truck, paid for. It's only about 300,000 miles on that truck. Let me slow down because it's going downhill and speeding up. Let me get over. I missed this turn. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize it was that close. But I caught it. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do, just be a business consultant or a coach to guys, but guys don't want to, I don't know if they're just afraid of the responsibility or what. Because everybody I've talked to about these ideas, everybody say they good, but nobody really take me up on the offer, so I'm like, I don't get it. I think a lot of people are basically afraid of responsibility, one, and then two, I think that they haven't grown up with male or masculine leadership. They didn't see that in the household, so they don't know how to conduct themselves as businessmen, you know? So they think everything is a scam and everything is hard and everything is difficult, and without even really fully investigating it, you know? And you see a few women with businesses, but not when it comes to trucking. I mean, there's a few women out here that got trucking businesses. I see a few of them out here, but like on a mass scale, no. The mass small trucking firms are men. 1 truck, 2 truck, 3 trucks. Okay. And most of us are stand-up dudes, and we don't mind sharing the information and helping another brother get his paper together. But if I gotta stay on you and fight with you and argue with you and you gotta debate me on everything, but at the same time you haven't taken the time to do any research, I'm like, it's a waste of time. So that's why I kind of just stay to myself and just get my stuff done, you know? But now since this COVID is hitting, and now they, quote unquote, is saying that it's making a resurgence, and some of the country is shutting back down, a lot more guys gonna be out of business. So I'm like, well, let me do my part and try to make some viable options for guys to come into the trucking business, you know. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, because, you know, I work hard, but I still have a lot of energy at the end of the day, so I got to do some other things. And then also try to help at the same time, because remember I said that's what we should be supposed to be doing in this Mgtow save yourself sector that we find ourselves in. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing to save ourselves? What are we doing to best thing we can do is get our paper in order. The richer we become, the easier it would be for us to influence a lot of the society to swing the pendulum back in the favor of men. We can't do that broke. You know, I don't believe we can do that broke. So we gotta have ample amount of money, because women do not mind funding and supporting a lie. They have no problem doing that. If it's a pretty lie, they'll put their full faith and their money behind it. Where men, we know the truth when we hear it. We know the truth when we see it. Right? We know the truth when it's being spoken. But yet, we don't support it with money. I don't get it. It's the most bizarre stuff in the world. And then we sit around and complain, which to me, I hate that. Because, like, what are we doing? That don't show leadership if we just sit around and complain. We're supposed to be creators and doers. And I mean, like, what are we doing about it? That's why I say, like, I see the country going in the wrong direction. So what am I doing about it? I'm coming up with other countries that I can go to, even if I got to bribe my way into citizenship. So I have multiple countries that I can go to if things don't work out here. If things work here, then great. I can continue staying here, making my money. You know what I mean? I don't really get in no trouble. I make good decisions. You know, I have all the necessary plans, and I got all my credentials, all the insurance. I got enough insurance for your ass. I'm insured every which way from Sunday. I feel strong. I feel healthy. I'm working out. I'm drinking plenty of water. I'm eating fruit. Getting plenty of rest. I feel great. You know, just got approved for a substantial grant, and I'm applying now for various loan program because of COVID. So one I'm gonna hit, and I'm not asking for no little money. One loan I'm asking for over 150,000. You know, because I'm doing a relaunch of my website. I got to bring in those products. I might even do a brick and mortar store. But in that brick and mortar store, I'm not going to take cash. I'm going to just do cards only. So that way I can put a couple people in that brick and mortar store and don't have to worry about them stealing. Put like 150 cameras. We got to sell all kind of products because that's already going along with what I'm already doing. You know, truck drivers need various types of gloves. We need long sleeve shirts. We need jeans. We need boots. We need socks, work socks. We need wool socks in the winter. We need very strong leather belts. We need hammers. We need all kind of tools. I'm trying to get over here now. We need safety glasses, safety goggles. We need helmets. Not the helmets. Helmets. Face masks. You know, we need all kind of things. Chains. We need reflective vests. So all those things is something that we need for trucking business. So yeah, here I am, a trucker, know what we need. So why don't I sell those products? So to me, it makes sense. It's already in line with what I'm already doing. I know what guys need because these are all the things that I have to spend money on. So, and that in turn will create another job or two. So, and then in my industry, since I'm doing hazmat, I need flame retardant and flame resistant clothing, which that stuff is super expensive. My shirts alone are $75. 200. And me, I don't like the steel toe because they're just too heavy on my toes. So I use the composite toe or the safety toe boots, and them still around 150 to 200. So all our gear is expensive. So that will create another job. So maybe I could get a brick and mortar store somewhere and sell these things, as well as sell them online. So that'll create more work. Plus it'll generate another income for me. And it takes money to do that. Need a PR person. I'm gonna have to do some advertisement. I gotta revamp the website. I gotta partner with different distributors. I gotta work out some type of shipping arrangement. So it's a lot of work to do, but this is what men should be doing. I mean, we're not in relationships, we're not married, we're not pursuing women, so we're supposed to be on our purpose. So if you're supposed to be on your purpose, you're supposed to be creating employment for other men and doing mentorships and sharing your experiences so men won't fall down the rabbit hole and then become all jaded and turn into being, mass shooters. And that just could be hyperbole on my part, but that's kind of how I see it, because I see a lot of guys out here, and I get a lot of seem like jealousy. Like, how you gonna be a man and be jealous of another man when you got the same abilities that innate abilities that God gave you and gave every man? How you gonna be jealous of another man? Why not collaborate with the other guy? With us joining forces, it makes us twice as strong, or probably 4 times